What up, everyone? It's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Now, I just finished watching the Diddy documentary, all 4 episodes from 50 Cent's documentary on Netflix. It's worth a watch, y'all. Check it out. But my comments on this and my opinions are, listen, what in this documentary came out that we didn't already know? Like, nothing in this documentary was really breaking or, news breaking or like, oh, wow. Like, we knew all of this stuff. We knew from, the first episode that he was a shady businessman and he was working with Andre Harrell and all of that stuff with Uptown and doing all of that stuff that we knew about Diddy. Like, all of that stuff we knew about it. We've seen plenty of documentaries. We know the history on that. We knew the situation with him and Suge Knight, and we knew about the situation between him and Tupac and him and Keefe D allegedly working together to conspire to get Pac and to get Suge Knight off in Vegas. We have heard about that. We heard about the stories about how Biggie didn't want to be in LA and how Puff wanted to be out there to kind of do stuff and kind of be arrogant and be on enemy's turf, knowing that they weren't supposed to be out there, just thinking, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to us out here in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stuff we knew. We knew about the Cassie stuff. We saw the videos a couple years ago when it first popped off. We knew all of this stuff. Not to mention we knew about the stuff that happened with Kid Cudi and all of that stuff. Like, I was just trying to figure out what was new information in here or what didn't we know that happened in this. It's just like, my personal opinion, 50 Cent wanted to get a cash grab, and because he don't like Diddy, he found a way that he can make some money off his enemy, also troll his enemy, and basically shit on his enemy at the same damn time. So now,
well, we waited until after the results of the trial to release the project, but I started like almost 5 months before I was able to find Alex, and finding that Emmy Award-winning showrunner and director is detrimental to the project being really well put together. So, they should expect it to perform like Reggie Jackson's did. Well, I mean, you're a journalist, Harvey, you would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but I got it. Yeah, Kurt Barrows has a lot of insight. And this documentary is about people being able to tell their truth or tell their version of the story. And the only thing I wish we were able to have Diddy be in the doc, so he could have said some things that make people understand why people are saying these things about him. I'm not sure if that's what transpired, but because I don't know him to be tough. Like we haven't even had problems. Like me and him. Like our issue, they'll say we had beef for 20 years, but I have hired both of his sons for different projects that I worked on, like both 2 different television shows, Quincy and Justin. So I don't like have that energy towards him, like where we trying to hurt each other. All I would, like, while other people pointed out those situations, like that he was dangerous like that, I said, oh, okay, I take it in, but we never got there. Keefe D and over in Vegas now, getting ready to go on trial for that case, saying those things.
False,
they had tanks out in front of his house. All right, like they made a bigger, more extreme approach to the investigation. They did overdo it.
They overdid it.
They did great. He beat the case. To me, that what he was charged with, that's a victory. Like that, to end up with 50 months when you had when your life on the line is a victory. But to be the only person that's incarcerated for hiring and transporting male prostitutes is different. I don't know if he, I don't know why he didn't file bankruptcy. Like, it would have indicated to the sharks that even if you see blood in the water, there's not that much blood. Right? Because the lawyers, they came with so many lawsuits. It's like 80 different civil suits. So.
well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of a camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, you know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
All right, now this is just my personal opinion. You feel me? So I don't know how much of any of this is true, but like I said, this is my personal opinion. I feel like 50 Cent is hurt because his baby mama, the one he was in love with, the one he finally chose to have another kid with, started messing with Diddy. She was all at the Freaknik party. She was doing all of that. You know, Diddy pulled your chick. So that's what I feel like in this whole situation. I feel like 50 Cent's a little bit jealous. Me and my guys was talking about this last night. That is the reason why you are hurt, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with dude offering you some clothes back in 2003, 2004, offering to take you shopping or nothing like that. Because for what? You doing all that because he offered to take you shopping back in the day? I don't think so. Now here recently, we know that he's been knocking your chick. He had her all at his house, all at the mansions, all at the Diddy parties, all exposing herself. And 50 Cent was hurt behind that because he was in love with this woman. Like I said, 50 Cent ain't out here. He ain't one of them rappers that's got 6, 7 kids with 4 or 5 different women or nothing like that. He's got his son Marquise, you know what I'm saying, that he had from back in the day, and then he waited 20 years to have another son with this chick who he was in love with, all on the Instagrams posting and all of that kind of stuff. And then she went sideways and started rocking with Diddy after they started, you know, having their little flaky stuff go on. So that's what I think all of this is from. I don't think it has nothing to do with no buying no clothes or nothing like that. And the man's interview about Fabulous and stuff like that, that couldn't have bothered 50 Cent that much, but him taking your chick, that is what got under your skin. That's why you went to the lengths that you did to drop this documentary on Diddy to try to expose him, because you hurt, bro. I mean, that's just the way it is. All I'm saying is, you know, there was nothing that was new in there. Like, I'm watching the documentary waiting for the, you know, the groundbreaking or the, you know, this is news here first. We knew all of that stuff. We knew what kind of dude Diddy was. We heard about the baby oils and all of that stuff. Nothing on there was really like, eye-opening or nothing like that. There was nothing in that documentary that just made me be like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? But it was put together nicely. It was a nice watch. It was, you know, if you hadn't heard a lot of that stuff, it was a good documentary. Like I said, there was nothing wrong with it. I was just waiting for something that was going to be like, wow, you know, like this, he really did this. And it really wasn't that. This is all news that we've known for years and years and years. We've seen the Diddy parties. We've seen all of that stuff. So it wasn't really nothing that was just like, okay, you know what I mean? What to me, it was like 50 Cent saw an opportunity, took advantage of it. Can't be mad at him for that. Nation, what'd you think about the Diddy documentary? How'd you feel about it? Give me your comments, you know, give me your thoughts and everything like that. Nation, let me know in the comments section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way.